Okay, so I have never played Door Kickers before. I don't know what kind of game it is. I'm excited to find out. Maybe you guys can't see it yet. Hold on, there it is. And let's go ahead and start. This name requested to do some co-op maybe if we get to a point in the gameplay that it makes sense to do so. So maybe about an hour into it, we'll see where we are. I'll just wait on you to speak up in chat if you want to try this name. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Looks like it's a little loud. Okay, how does this game work? Let's find out. Do we want to do campaign, right? Hard day's work, drug busts. Oh no, I have to start with single missions, okay. Clear the Killhouse. Eliminate all terrorists. 5 tangos. Got a moving trooper. Orders him to stop without deleting the path. Click again to let him go. So is this game... This seems like it's the kind of game that would be available on something like iOS. Click the drag and move. Oh, I'm like giving them a patrol I want them to take. Interesting. I can start and stop the action. That's clever. Ah, that's cool. Okay, I see how it works. Control, right click, and drag to keep strafing. Interesting. So I can continue to watch a certain part of the room. This game is all about like checking corners, basically. I think I get it. That's clever.
On it. Cover. Tango down.
Cool. It was originally developed for iOS. This would be a fun game to play on mobile. Alright. I can pause it. They give you infinite planning time, huh? That's pretty cool. I like how they project what your vision's going to be.
Roger. I'm on it.
Click on Trooper for menu.
Covering.
Alright. Wait for go code alpha, go code bravo. Oh, so I can have them running and then trigger a go code while I'm live. Do I not always get the ability to live pause like this? Reload weapon, throw flashbang. Ah.
Okay.
I can specify where I want to toss it. That's pretty sweet. Now they each have flashbangs. Right on.
Wilco.
Do they reload automatically when they run out of ammo, or do I have to trigger a reload before we go in? Maybe it makes more sense to do that. Oops. Can you do that? Can I cancel? How do I turn this? How do I undo the thing I just told them to do?
Roger. Reloading. Okay. Loading.
It may be that I can't undo it once I've specified that I want to do it, so I guess I'll just have him waste his flashbang back behind us. Bad idea to not reload. Okay, I understand.
Flash out. Tango down. Covering.
Cool. This is a cool game. I like it. A neat concept.
Roger. Tango down.
Cool.
Good job. We're done here.
I click on the guy and then pick trash can will stop it. Cool. So elapse. So I want to get 3 stars by getting 15 seconds or faster. Okay. And then you can make little replays. That's a pretty cool game. I'll try it again. I'm going to try to get 3 stars. I won't do that in every level. Restarting resets the current result. Never mind then. Maybe next time. Stacking rooms. Clear hostiles. Eliminate all terrorists. There are 5 tangos. Okay.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
Okay. How does strafing work exactly? Like... Only when you're already facing a certain direction that you can strafe, basically. See why it's called door kickers now.
On it. Tango down. X-ray down.
What does X-ray mean? Also, the little message means that he's injured, presumably?
Affirmative. X-ray down. On your mark. Roger.
Tango is a target. Oh shit.
We lost the man.
Mission is a
All right.
failure.
Now I understand. Okay.
Lock and load. Let's
You-
do this.
Like, actually covering your corner versus totally covering your corner, there's a pretty significant difference. Do I have a finite number of flashbangs that I can throw as well?
Okay.
Oh no, I'm gonna walk my guy directly into it.
Lock
Let's
and
try it
load.
again.
Let's do this.
Allies blocking line of fire. Oh, okay. It seems like it repeats part of my initial movement there at the beginning, huh?
On it. On it. Looks clear. Tango down. Them hit. Them hit. No tango.
Okay, they can see me through all that. Good to know.
Got it. Reloading. Wilco. Reloading.
So we know we want to get this guy. Now, does it only affect people in the red zone?
Wilco.
And will it partially affect me, given that the radius is extending close to where my character is? Saves the plan you started with, that's cool. How do you undo a plan?
Flash out. Holding. Moving. I'm on it. I'm on it. Tango down. Got one.
Good job.
Alright, that one worked a little bit better. Gotcha. I'm still nowhere near approaching. I guess 2 seconds off of the target time isn't bad. Drag from your guy to overwrite the plan. Okay, 4 tangos. More complicated room. This game has a lot of cool design space.
Let's do this.
I like the idea of trying to perfect it. It looks like everybody has a different number of flashbangs. I see. Breaching charges will be a thing later when they introduce doors. We might get secondary weapons later on. It's cute.
Roger. They're here. Covering.
Alright, there's nobody in that corner.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
That's my only way to know that, I guess.
In position. Flash out.
There wasn't a guy there. Now, how much of this game is realizing what the level layout is, or does it randomize in some way? Also, what was up with the little shield icon that was on one side of him earlier?
Okay. No tango. Tango down. Covering.
You can right-click on the path to set a look direction.
Okay.
Oh, that makes more sense than the way they were trying to explain it earlier. Okay, that's cool. That's supposed to be like the strafing rules.
Holding.
Gotcha.
On it.
This is a very clever game. Something that's fun to think about. And making it a top-down, like, almost strategy game is a cool concept.
Tango down.
Shield is cover, and the enemy locations do randomize. Interesting. So you can't just memorize where all the enemies are
Position.
and use that to win.
Wilco. Flash out.
Now, how was he revealed to me? Was it just because of there was like a sound or
Good
something?
job. We're done here.
Impossible to stream. How's that, Game Saucer? Eliminate all terrorists.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
Drag a path through door and choose entry method. So I can do a spy camera, I can kick the door, I can throw a flashbang, or I can plant breaching charges. That's cute. Let's try the spy camera.
Hostile insight.
That's cool. And I can move to see everyone that's in there. That's pretty sweet. Okay. And then once I know everything that's in there, which I can do in pause mode, I can like perfectly decide what I want to do here. So next thing we want to do is, I guess we can kick in the door.
Who's there?
Okay.
I'm on it.
But then I lose my, I have to just remember where the dudes were. and they can hear that sound, which is cool. So what I should have done is I should have put them on either side of the door. Let me try that again now that I understand what it wants from me. I like that it remembers your decisions. It's cool. Let's move you over here.
Hostile inside.
Okay, same.
Looks clear.
I mean, I might approach that the same way that I'd approach a game like Animal Crossing. Have to have a different rule for it. Play it for like a couple minutes at the beginning of a stream or at the end of a stream. Definitely not as a full focus for the day. Something like Kingdom of Loathing would be really hard to play, right?
I'm on.
Now he won't... I can't cue the action to throw a flashbang until... One sec, sorry.
On it.
Trash. Until after the door has been kicked, right?
Who's there?
I wasted some seconds there. It's kind of confused what was happening.
Roger. Flash out. Got it. Okay.
I love that you can change the vision direction with that. That's pretty awesome.
Tango down.
Good
Nice.
job. We're done here.
On target.
Throwing is a type of door entry. Oh, so I can like throw a grenade under the door? That's pretty cool. I see why that one wants to be 6 seconds. I'm gonna try restarting that one and see if I can get that time.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
Oh, and I can still specify. That's cool. Does this door still open after I do that?
On it. Flash out.
No, it opens the door when he does that, okay.
Okay. Holding. Moving. Roger. Back here. Flash out.
It's pretty sweet.
Your mark.
That guy's got cover, I see.
Good job. We're done.
Interesting. That's neat. Improved result, but not improved enough. Mozart Street Apartment. Eliminate all terrorists. What's with the question marks? There's 3 tangos and then 3... Maybe this isn't a teach me about non-hostiles that I don't want to shoot. What's up with this? Different characters with different builds? I think they all have the same stuff on them right now. Oh, that's interesting. So this is just their name and what they look like. Doesn't actually affect anything, I assume. Although I'm guessing if you change it, that's the character that actually levels up. Or is it a rank that's leveling up? Oh wow, you got a lot of these. Holy shit. It's pretty cool. I didn't even really think about the design space of the characters themselves. You unlock those as you level up. Is this their space for like mobile microtransactions, basically? Flashbangs, stingers, breaching charges, tasers. Ah, because maybe sometimes we need to be non-lethal. I see. Spy camera. Hammer. Take down a door. No microtransactions? I read them. Bolt cutter. Breaching kit. It's cute. Alright, so I'll go ahead and keep these guys. That's fine.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see what we can see here.
Hostile inside.
Real-time strategy because it actually treats events that take place at actual time. Oh, I've played a game like that. Neptune's Pride was the one I played. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I could do like a daily vlog and record myself whenever I check in or something, but I know see what you mean about it being difficult to stream. Alright, so now let's do the door flashbang. Let's try to go for a room that we don't have any vision of, I think is correct. You can definitely take that guy out as soon as we walk in. Do the characters get any benefit from knowing where an enemy is? Like, will they shoot automatically or only if I point their vision there, basically?
Looks clear. Flash out.
We should be careful where we take him to. We don't want to put him somewhere where he's in danger, right? So we want to shoot that guy, and we want to send you in, and we want to shoot whoever's in there. Okay.
They're here. In position. Tango down. No tango.
Yeah, it's like SWAT team simulation. Top down, I get a chance to try to, like, perfect my positioning on everything.
Okay. Tango down. In position.
It's like I didn't get as stun grenaded as I thought. Now, the fact that I've already done shooting, does that alert everyone else in the house generally, or is that not really how it works? They need to have line of sight to you.
Okay.
I guess let's move him first. Hold on.
Roger.
They're all alert now. But if I had used like a silenced pistol, then maybe I could have gotten in here without anyone else knowing. Circle around the shooter's noise. Interesting.
Wilco.
Oh, and then we heard the noise of that guy walking around that corner there.
Got hit. Tango down. No contact.
That's cool. I like how it shows little bodies.
Tango down.
Good job.
Neat.
We're done here.
No tango.
Now, what was with the 2 extra ones that it mentioned? Cool. Yeah, that's cool. I know I like Neptune's Pride a lot. Yeah, basically, you just have to be monitoring it all the time. Like, you'll send a spaceship off to go conquer a planet, and then it travels there in like 18 hours of real time. So you have to keep checking in to see if one of the people you're playing against is doing something that will ruin your plans if they're closer. It's pretty fun. Holy crap. It's a lot of terrorists. Okay, Kepler building apartment. How do codes work? Like, does the game eventually remove your ability to pause time like this?
Lock and
I
load.
don't see why you would need to use them just yet. Is there just an open door action? I think that's kick. Okay, because you assume that all these doors are locked. That presumably makes noise. Okay.
No tangos.
There's no friendly fire in this game, right? If I stand behind my ally, or is that the thing you were talking about at the getting in the way of line of sight?
No tangos.
Oh, there's a mark you can get for no pausing. It's interesting.
Cops are here.
On it. On your mark. Tango down.
Now we saw them briefly there because they said cops are here, and them speaking is what gave me the heads up.
Wilco. Tango down.
Oh, and I died. Alright, let's try it again. They just won't shoot if there's an ally in the way. Okay, I understand.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
Alright. I really like that it starts the same way. Oh, don't place a charge. Let's not do that. That's unnecessary. So what's the benefit of placing a charge? Are there some doors that can only be breached via charge? It seems excessive in this stage of the game.
On it.
Alright, and then it looks like kicking down the door is default. If there's enemies near the door, it'll kill them instantly, presumably. That's cool.
Got it. Looks clear.
Cops are here.
A bunch of guys in that room. Okay.
Tango down.
Gotcha.
Lock and load. Let's
Yep,
do this.
every Thursday, Friday, I would expect us to start at noon Pacific. Seems like the cat's schedule is pretty predictable on Thursdays and Fridays. So at the moment, I don't think that their positions are actually random. You definitely need to flashbang those guys.
Okay.
Let's not move so stupidly, though. I like that there's a bonus mark for not ever pausing. That's cool.
Flash out. Holding. X-ray down. Got one.
So those guys started shooting us basically instantly. Interesting.
Got it.
Is there an additional reward for not having any of your soldiers take damage as well?
Moving.
Oh, he's got a hold action, I see.
Flash out. Roger. I got hit. Injured. Tango down. Wilco. No contact.
Oh, and you can hear them reloading too, that's cool. Gotcha.
Okay.
Real police work.
Flash out. On it.
Oh, I like the little cover icons, it's convenient. Nice job, dude.
On it. On target.
Sent him up to the Senate
No tangos.
and was unanimously approved.
Hey, it's W.
I'm not exactly sure when the vote was. I guess it was about a year ago. And every senator
In position.
said aye on Harvey Pitt. Aye meaning that they thought he would do.
Now, the sound of the TV can sometimes give you a tip as to where people are, I assume.
In a quick period of time,
Okay.
has taken 30 CEOs and directors to task by not allowing them to serve again on a board or serve in a CEO capacity of a company. He's been in office less.
Or did that guy just make noise right now? Is that how I saw him down
Came
here?
up to the Senate.
And can I look away from a flash, like the minute it goes off, to avoid getting blinded by it?
I guess it was about a year ago, and every senator said aye.
Got it.
Harvey Pitt.
In position. Tango down.
Thought he would do
Good job. We're done.
That's cool.
I still think he is.
Neat.
In a quick period
Man, 13 seconds to shave off that one. Yikes. I like that this game gives the pausing, because it would basically be an RTS if you couldn't pause. But it sounds like there's a mode for you if that's what you're trying to do. Oh, now I get a bunch of different deploy locations. That's interesting. I really love that you come up with a simple concept like a game like this, and then you kind of have to naturally figure out like what's the best way to create a tutorial for the player, because you don't want to open with too much of the design space already explored. So just starting with, okay, we're going to auto deploy you in these locations, and then we're going to give you the ability to deploy to very limited locations, and then we're going to really split it up. It's kind of a neat concept. I feel like there's, for lack of a better word, there's probably a correct way to design a tutorial given a set of mechanics for a game.
Lock and load. Let's do
Let's
this.
see what happens here. So if you go to the door, you go to the store. I think the goal is that we want to save our cameras for big rooms. Always less useful.
They're here.
Oh, they heard me bust the door already. Wow.
I got hit. Tango down. Got one.
Okay, not a great start.
On it. On target. Tango down.
That's cool. So you can try to like have somebody flank somebody. That's really cool.
Affirmative. I'm on it. Straight down. Covering.
Let's see. Throwing a flashbang in here.
Flash Flash out! I got hit! We lost the man!
Oh, but I need to stand more against the corner of the door so that the action of opening the door doesn't make them so vulnerable that they die instantly. I understand.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
Cool. So we're gonna keep the same door opening,
They're here!
but I'm still giving away that I'm here, so maybe I don't want to do it this way. Maybe a part of this game early on is finding what the best entry point is. Imagine that that's you just
Lock and load.
doing additional pre-mission research, right?
Did you hear that? Cops are here!
Injured!
Okay, there's already 2 guys in that corner. So if instead we open with an immediate flashbang on the door. Makes more sense.
Flash out!
Cops are here!
Oh, now it's starting to get a little bit randomized. There were 2 guys in here before. Right on.
On it. Looks clear.
Now we're hearing doors opening around the building. Okay, I see. And I can try to make traps for dudes by waiting in corners myself, I assume, right?
Man down.
Ah, there's another guy in that corner. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
Generally only semi-random. Would you say that it is sometimes correct to try to figure out what the best entry is through trial and error?
Wilco. No contact.
We know there's a guy in there because we just saw that door open. That's cool.
Straight down.
Nice. About to be a guy over here. Sweet.
Wilco. Clear.
We know the enemies are all aware that we're here. I can imagine it's pretty hard to get good at this game. I like the idea of watching which doors are opening when it's on pause and then making informed decisions. This game's got an interesting dubstep soundtrack.
On target. Flash out! I'm hit. I got hit. X-ray down. No tangos.
Okay.
Moving. I'm on.
This guy still has a couple flashbang. He only have 1 flashbang left.
I'm on. I got hit. Tango down. Roger. Flash out. In position. I'm on. X-ray down. In position.
There's a lot of dudes in this one. Wow.
I'm on. Okay. In position.
So we can use a spy camera in this one. I should focus less on trying to get a good time and just try to end the stages. I can always work on time some other time, right? Oh, so the dude's definitely in here. Shit. No, I guess not. He must be down in this corner down here. Interesting. Alright.
Okay. Got it.
I guess they could be out in the blue areas on the outside of the level, right?
Covering. Roger. Got one.
Good
Whew.
job. We're done
Okay.
here.
I'll take that. That's fine. Right on. Bitburgring Brothers Garage. Eliminate all hostiles. I still missed what the question mark characters were about. Are those not always enemies, basically? Sometimes there's innocents that you don't want to attack. But it looks like they shoot automatically, so that wouldn't be part of the design space, I imagine.
I'm on.
It's a big enough space that it might be worth trying to use this spy camera. Oh, now we've got patrolling characters. That's interesting.
Okay.
That just shows you your distance. different guns more accurate at further distances? Like, I guess I could probably get a sniper rifle or something, right?
In position. In position.
Cops are here.
I got hit. X-ray down. I got hit. Injured. I got hit.
Did you hear that?
Tango down.
Interesting. Sure, that's really good. Oh, you don't know for sure the number of enemies. You know for sure there's a certain number, but there might be more than that. Okay. So when you have question mark characters, you don't want to plan assuming that the mission's just going to be over after you shoot the fourth guy, because there might be one more guy. I see. 'Cause sometimes you can take like suicidal actions if you know that there's no risk of another person being in a corner.
Lock
Gotcha,
and
that's
load.
cool.
Let's do this.
Be able to knock on doors would be cool.
Hostile inside.
Do you only get one charge like that of the spy camera, or can you then take it back later?
Got it.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Flash out.
Cops are here.
Got one.
Did you hear that?
Probably stood too close to the door for that to have been useful.
I'm on it. No contact.
There's a guy coming around the corner there. Corners themselves don't provide cover, right? They just make it impossible to get shot at, but like standing behind an obstacle you can still see, but cover reduces the chance you'll get hit. They can open the door on you, I see.
Roger. Flash out. Got one.
That guy had really good cover, I see. Are there different qualities of cover? Is there like superior cover versus
Got it.
small cover, or just cover is cover? Just cover.
On target. Got it. Trooper
Who's
down.
there?
Tango
Oh, shit.
down. Lock and load. Let's do this.
Cover's just cover. Gotcha.
Flash out.
Cops are here.
I'm on it. Injured. I'm hit. I'm hit.
Who's there?
I'm hit. I'm hit. Tango down.
Okay, I totally didn't deserve that, but I'll take it.
Roger. Flash out. On your mark.
I like how it projects what your vision cone's going to be. This game would not work if it wasn't so good at giving you information during the planning phase.
Okay.
It's like borderline, it's as perfect of information as you can get. Like the rest of it is learning the non-perfect portion of the information.
I got hit. I'm hit.
And then executing's not too bad from there.
Wilco. I'm on it.
I like that it gives you those little outlines so you can clearly track how many enemies you probably have remaining.
No tangos. Got it. No contact. Affirmative. Looks clear.
Okay, so that counts as cover, I see.
On it. Looks clear.
I could use this so that I can have this guy sneak up on him potentially. Make sure there's nobody in a corner down here.
Hostile inside.
That's my last guy. So you can hit this guy right away, and I can get you to kick the door down.
Flash out.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Okay, I think I see the
Good job.
dream scenario for this game is something like that. I guess, can you also intentionally make noise to distract somebody and then have somebody sneak up behind them and shoot them for free? I wouldn't see why not. Now I have a machine gun. Achievement unlocked. Awesome. Oh man, that's a lot of hostiles. Holy shit. Oh, you can blow multiple charges at the same time by assigning them to a go code. Alright, so I think I want two of these guys to be assault now that I have that as an option. And that's a thing that's up in the corner, I understand. Are these like Kickstarter backers, these faces? It's cute. Assaulter. Okay, so an assaulter is not just a flat upgrade over a point man. They're slightly less mobile. But other than that, they're basically the same. I see. Do they have a different top-down view? Is it clear? Can you easily tell who's who? Or is that by changing this thing here? Wish I could change the color of the characters so I can tell more easily at a distance. Unlocking items I can start doing soon. They look a little different from above. Oh, zoom, look at that. Okay. Which one's Wolf? Fabian Wolf. And that's based on the selected class, not on their portrait, right? Oh, and they're a rookie in this class, I see. Okay. So, let's see, how do we want to do this? It's our first time having 4 dudes.
Let's do this.
Oh, wow. Sniper target. Does that mean I have a sniper off screen who's helping me, basically? That's kind of cool.
Okay. Okay. Roger. Okay. Roger. Ready to fire.
How do I trigger him to fire? That's kind of cool. Oh, down here. Interesting. So I can use that to piss them off and then send the other guys in to take them off. That's a really good way to handle snipers. I wasn't sure how they would do that. It's very impressive.
Affirmative.
What a cool system.
They're here!
So that basically makes them scatter when you do that. Cool. Now, do they just automatically use their best gun? Oh, I see. Maybe not.
Got it.
How do I know which one they currently have equipped? Do I just have to zoom in on them, I guess? So now he has the bigger one.
I'm on. Got one. I got hit. That hit. Ready to fire.
And that calls attention to a bunch of those guys. And then the sniper can continue shooting. That's awesome. So I can maybe try to draw people out to have the sniper help, because he's somewhere off to the right. I'm a big fan of the sniper mechanic. That's a really clever idea. I'm surprised they showed us both the sniper and a new class and a expanded roster all in the same mission.
Okay. Man down.
Oh shit, maybe not do that?
Man down.
You get punished pretty hard for planning those when you're not actually ready for it. I can probably just have one guy mop up over here.
Lock and load.
Let's try that.
Let's do this. Affirmative. Ready to fire.
They're here!
Okay. Is there a way to specify that you don't want to shoot? Like, if you're sneaking up on somebody? Probably not, right?
Lock and load. Let's do this. On it.
You end up having a ton of these, like, flashbangs.
Ready to fire. Watch out.
They're here!
On it. Target left you. Ready to fire. Target left now.
Oh, I didn't realize that I wasn't paused.
Got it. X-ray down. Got one.
Cool.
Affirmative. On target.
What's the ability I get low to be able to sneak up without shooting immediately? Alright, done.
Got one. Okay.
Like you can kind of watch people's backs there.
Down. No tangos. Hands. X-ray down.
Let's get that sniper. That works too. Take it.
Man down.
Oh man, that guy's hard to hit there. Trigger fire manually while sneaking. I see.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
I might want to have a second guy over there. This is quite a bit more complicated than the previous missions. Now, can I fire early before it's green and it just gives me a chance of missing, basically? Is that how I should read that?
Flash out. I got hit. Got one. Injured. Okay.
I should be moving these guys during that.
Position. No shot. Target left view. Injured. I'm hit. Got
Wow, these enemies have some good vision, huh?
Tango down. Ready to fire. Target down.
Cool. I like how that triggers the pause ending, too. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm thinking about it.
Let's do
This is a... Now the game is for real stage.
ready to fire. Affirmative.
It only repeats your initial action, right?
Target eliminated. Affirmative. Tango down. Ready to fire. Got one.
Oh, but he only gets a bead on one character. I see.
Roger. Roger.
So you want to make him get a bead on a character that the other guy's not going to just be finishing off. I see. Clever. That guy's too far away for the sniper, presumably. That's fun. I think I need to have somebody over here because having 3 over there isn't doing me any good. This might be where I want to have my 2 marksman characters, or assaulter characters. I'm going to have my point man up here. And then
Let's do this.
you can still go ahead and open with the flashbang. You can go ahead and face this way to try to shoot whoever gets flashbanged. Sniper should probably start doing something here.
Affirmative. Ready to fire.
Okay, the flashbang did no good there, so let's not use it, I guess. You can probably just have them turn the corner to try to kill instead of opening with that.
Roger. Roger.
Okay.
Affirmative. Roger.
Cops are here.
X-ray down. X-ray
Oh,
down.
I still had a flash go off there that I wasn't expecting.
Okay. On it.
Those beach things count as
Go down.
cover, maybe?
Okay.
I can send these guys to try to sneak up on everybody else, I guess.
Tango down. Ready to fire. No shot.
Shit.
Target left
Door
view.
closed the last second.
Affirmative. Wilco. Covering. No shot. X-ray down.
I really like this game, though. It's well constructed.
Roger.
It's a fairly simple concept, but then it has a lot of complexity to it.
Okay. On target. On your mark.
It'll tell me if I'm gonna get expected to get cover from something.
Ready to fire. In position.
Let's try throwing a flashbang in here, I guess. Oops, let's not do that.
Holding. Affirmative. Moving. Ready to fire. Flash out. Down.
That sniper is kind of a boss.
X-ray down.
Sweet.
Got it. Injured. Man down.
Ah, shit. I'll probably deal with one person dying. Now, am I blocking my sniper's vision now? Seems so.
Tango down.
Could just be the rest of the dudes are all dead now.
Injured. We lost a man. Got one. I'm hit.
Well, let's stop trying to avoid all kills now.
Wilco. On your mark. I got hit. Man down.
I have one guy left. Let's do it. Don't screw it up.
Affirmative. Wilco. No contact.
So here I can try using this to get the guy's attention, maybe.
Flash out. Affirmative. I got hit. Tango down. In position.
Who else is still alive? Holy shit. Maybe somebody in the bathroom or something?
Covering. On it. Injured! Tango down.
There's still somebody alive. Wow.
Okay.
Alright, so I gotta throw a flash in here. I'm gonna get 1 star on this level. But that's okay, I at least cleared it.
Flash out! On target. I'm on it. X-ray down. No tangos.
There's still a guy. Wow.
Roger.
There's not anything on the UI that gives me a heads up of how many I have remaining, right? It might be up by the tires up there.
Looks clear.
I'm out of flashbangs. Okay, just don't screw it up. He's got to be up in that top there. Okay.
Got it. No
Does
contact.
kicking open the door give you initiative, like... it's interesting. If you touch a car, you sometimes trigger the alarm, which probably gives them a heads up. Cool.
Wilco.
How do I phrase this question? When you kick in the door, are you able to fire as you kick the door, or do they have a second to react to you first?
Off the man.
Mission failed.
It's down there the whole time. Son of a bitch. Fish and mailed. Alright, let's try it again. Let's put these guys in the back so it takes them longer to walk up. We want the sniper to trigger...
Holding. Holding. Moving. Roger. Moving. Okay.
Basically, we want the sniper to begin by distracting them here.
Ready to fire.
Cops are here.
X-ray down. X-ray down. On your mark.
That's cool.
Position. On it. Affirmative.
Adjust his rate of...
Looks clear.
So cars don't count as cover, it's good to know.
I'm on.
They probably just block line of sight, which is better than cover.
Tango down. Looks clear. Ready to fire. Target left view. Ready to fire. Target left.
Sniper.
Wilco. Down one. Okay. Injured. X-ray down. Target left view. Tango down.
I love the just huge spike in the number of targets in this stage too. Is pretty cool.
Affirmative. On your mark. Got it.
Let's try it again.
Okay. On your
Low
mark.
parts of cars count as cover.
Target left view. No
Oh
shot.
shit. Could have landed that one. I'm gonna free kill basically.
X-ray down. On your mark.
Okay.
Affirmative. Tango down.
Watch for doors opening here as best as we can. Let's head down this way. Try to open this door to give the snipers some more view.
No shot. Target left view. I'm on it. Okay. Okay. Trooper down!
Ooh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna be more careful than that.
I got hit. X-ray down. I got hit. I got hit. Injured. Trooper down.
Now, do they have room for you to, like, heal a character in this game? That'd be kind of cool.
Flash out. Man down.
And another guy died. Things were going so well, and then they start going so poorly. So quickly, too.
Man.
Mission is a failure.
Alright, alright, alright. If you're already in a fight, it's too late for a flashbang. I see. It's meant to just be,
Holding.
get the jump on them.
Let's
I might need to... I don't think I really need the mobility boost from characters being, point men. At least not yet. Or at least not for this mission. So I'm gonna make everybody into an assaulter, I think. And we'll try that.
holding. Lock and
These guys start going this way.
Okay. Moving. X-ray down. Injured.
What was the red target line? Is that just showing that this enemy was targeting a particular character?
Okay. Got one. X-ray down.
I wish this part gave a little bit of cover.
X-ray down. On target. Got it.
Should probably send them to start reloading here in a second.
Tango down. No contact. Tango down.
Alright.
I'm on.
Reload. Reload. Do they actually have a finite amount of ammo as well? Can they run out? Block line of fire. I see.
Affirmative. X-ray down. Affirmative. Looks clear. In position.
Let's try sending somebody down here to open the door.
Roger. Got one.
Send you down this way.
Okay. Injured. I got hit. I'm hit. Injured. Man down.
Ooh, we just got
Target left.
a free death there. That sucks. Alright, let's try this.
Flash out.
I guess there's probably randomness in the early levels because there were so few potential targets, it wasn't as noticeable, right?
X-ray down. I got hit. Trooper down.
Shit.
Okay.
Didn't mean to open that door down there. I just came too close to it and selected it by accident.
Tango down. No contact. Injured. X-ray down. Wilco.
Make sure there's not some dudes up here.
Flash out. Wilco. Going hot. Trooper down. Ready to fire. Got it.
Now, they won't move out of the way even though I opened the door for them, I don't think.
Okay. Roger. No tangos. On it.
This level's gonna take the rest of the stream. I'm sorry.
Wilco.
Reload.
Affirmative. On target. I'm hit. Tango down. Wilco. Man down.
I guess you can just count your targets at the beginning, right? There's 27 of them that I have to worry about. Or I guess there's 24 and then there's a variable number after that.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
Maybe it's for people who are really good at like tactical games like this one.
Okay.
This stage alone is going to be pretty rough.
Ready to fire. Tango down. Moving. Ready to fire. Tango down. Got one. X-ray down.
I really like how specific the cones of vision are as well. Now I think what I can do is I've been a little bit too aggressive. There's no reason for me to not just move back into safety and wait for enemies to move around a little bit once I've aggroed them, basically.
No contact.
Like these guys I can easily snipe
Got it. Looks clear.
just as they move up to the door, right?
Okay.
Have somebody like watch your back, basically.
I got hit. Tango down. Got it. Got it. Tango down. On target.
Now, let's see. Injured is different levels of injured. Gotcha.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Covering. Target eliminated. Affirmative. Looks clear.
We still want to open both of those doors, but like doing it safely is very difficult. That's the biggest problem.
Got it.
Yeah, like there's pretty routinely a guy in that corner.
Right down.
Good job, buddy. So I guess I had him covering me there. Let's try doing a flashbang this time. Yeah, this is it's a really cool game, but it is quite difficult. I think it's the right level of difficult, though. I feel like it probably would have benefited the game to make this section a little bit easier. Or like slowly introduce you to the idea of a sniper and big groups of enemies and having 4 characters at the same time. It's a pretty big mechanic spike. Oh, my ally died, shit.
Wilco. X-ray down. I'm hit.
Okay, they can start coming down now.
I'm on it. Injured. I got hit. Tango down.
This is almost all the way open now. It's cool.
Affirmative.
I really like the sniper mechanic. It's super clever.
Roger. Looks clear.
King of Salem,
Roger.
priest of God Most High.
No contact.
Okay, now the sniper has maximum visibility, I think is how that's working.
On it.
Nope, that's right. We want to use that on the door.
Affirmative. Wilco. Okay.
We actually want to move him down here.
Okay.
This level's very challenging. It's cool. Like, I still dig it. So you just want to barely move here.
Moving.
Let's be ready to fire at whoever's in this room. Send this person here on the expectation that they're gonna throw a flash soon. Don't do that, dude. That went not super great.
Okay. Okay. No contact. Looks
There's
clear.
probably another dude in here.
Flash out. X-ray down.
Just the one guy in the bathroom. Okay. Let's wait to do that, actually.
I'm on it.
Send this guy around the corner first.
I'm on it. No tangos.
Close enough to get the hollow-looking door icon. They're close enough to open the door if you command them. Okay. I don't need to move them closer, is what you're telling me. Okay, not in the immediate vicinity of the door. So what we can do is we can try to do this. Oops, not there.
Got it. Holding. Moving. Holding. Moving.
If I cancel a flashbang, it looks like it's hard to kind of undo that. And let's have you throw... Ooh, you're out of flashbangs. That's bad.
Flash out. Roger. On it. Covering. In position.
Alright, there's got to be a guy in the bathroom is the last space we haven't checked.
Wilco. 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 Covering.
I'm just going to check it to be 100% certain here.
Covering. Hostile inside.
Yes, totally. Okay. This guy needs an ammo check.
Okay.
Just because he's shot a lot and...
On your mark. Got it. Wilco.
Is there a time cost to reloading? Oh, that's what that icon is. It spins around them. Gotcha. That was a hard mission. Good lord. Minute 40 is pretty long, too. Right on. That was pretty cool, though. Torch charge would have killed the guy in the bathroom. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Okay, that makes sense. It puts me back to 2 characters. Interesting.
Let's do this.
What are they trying to teach me here, then? Oh, this is what they're teaching me. Manual breach. Pick lock. Ah, I see. Manual breach is probably louder and faster.
Door unlocked.
I have the upgraded gun, but that's it.
Who's there?
On it. Tango down.
Salter class.
I got hit.
Now, do the buff guys have more hit points? Do they take longer to kill? I guess I should just manual breach it, huh? I can look at some. I've got these stars to spend. Maybe I can buy them some stuff. I don't know what I would get though. I can't even begin to like consider any of these guns. Unless if there's one that's just definitely very good. I'm guessing the whole game is playable without being a nerd about which guns everybody has. Armor, you think? Pretty close to this one. Oh, but there's trade-offs in mobility. Okay, so there's not ones that are just flat upgrades necessarily. They have different ratings for front, side, and rear armor. I see. Buy all the guns. I think I want the front plate. I think I'm usually getting shot in the front. Doesn't really affect their mobility all that much. I'm not super worried about it right now anyway. These guys are both assaulters, which is what we want.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
Let's do the manual breach. It doesn't really matter.
They're here.
It's like a
Roger.
sledgehammer, basically.
Locked. Enter. Got
Who's
one.
there?
Got it. Flash out. Affirmative. Got one. I'm on it.
Like how the stun isn't very long.
I'm hit. Tango down. Tango down.
Hey, Ninja.
Got it.
Yeah, no kidding. Remember, you are one of my earliest viewers from way back when I was playing like Earthbound and Mother 3, right?
I'm on it.
That was years ago.
Down. On your mark.
How have you been?
Got it. On your mark. Okay.
There's a dead person in the tub. That's a nice.
No contact.
Let's try throwing flashes.
On it. Flash out.
Nobody in there but a body. Alright, I guess I could have spy cameraed first. Let's do that. Alright, that room's safe to bust into. I like the pick lock versus breach. Now I'm wondering if it's always correct to do the full breach when you're doing you're trying to go for speed. Like picking the lock is always too slow. Maybe it depends on the stage. I guess this is a good room to check and then use a breaching charge if there's actually anybody in there. Which there's not. Okay. So it's a good use case on the spy camera.
Looks clear.
Barrel length matters in rounding corners. What do you mean by that?
Roger. Roger. Looks clear.
I do like the spy cameras. That's clever. So I could try to use a breaching charge around the time that he's close to the door, basically. I probably have a finite number of those, right? Now, how do I delete? How do I trigger the charge?
Ready.
Oh, there's a blow up button. I see. But now I have to guess when he's by the door since I can't have both a spy camera and a breaching charge. Oh, that didn't work out as well as I wanted it to.
On your mark. Straight down.
Nice.
I'm on it. In position.
No dudes in there, so the last people must be in the bathroom.
Okay.
That sniper level is increasingly feeling like this. This seems like this is back to the difficulty curve we were at earlier. So I wonder if they just placed it that early by mistake or something. Kind of a preview of what's to come, sort of thing.
Okay. 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 Flash out! On target. I'm on it. Got one.
Nice.
Good job. We're done here.
On your mark.
That went quite a bit better. Time to beat 25 seconds. Actual time 2 minutes. I guess it just gives me 2 stars if I don't have any SWAT casualties. I'm gonna go for 2 stars, I think. You have to lift the gun to face a wall. It takes longer to aim and shoot when you leave the wall. Oh, that's really interesting that they go to that level of detail. Okay. So we still only get 2 here.
Lock
This
and
is
load.
probably
Let's
fine.
do
Give it a
this.
try.
Okay. Hostile inside.
Right on. I like how you have to be at the door using the spy camera to see. So this way doesn't have any enemies, so this is probably the right one to try to pick the lock on if we're trying to sneak.
Roger. Roger. Okay. No contact.
But they still have to kick the door in, which makes less sound than breaching it, I assume.
Door unlocked.
And until they say they're here, they don't know we're here, right? Presumably.
Hostile
Oh
inside.
shit, I didn't mean to do
Hear that?
that. Crap. Alright, so there's a guy in the bathroom here. I can breaching charges him.
Placing charge. Injured. I got hit. Tango down. Charge ready.
Oh shit, but then he walked. Okay, I understand for next time. If I hadn't have accidentally kicked in that door, I may have been able to get the jump on that one guy. Gotcha.
Okay. Tango down.
Thanks.
Moving. Got it.
Now, do they have different, like, breathing animations if they're injured? It looks like the one guy has gotten shot a few times is
Down.
breathing heavily.
Wilco. In position. On it. No tangos. I'm on it. In position.
This is where we want someone to, like, get this guy's back in case there's somebody patrolling around, right?
Got it.
So no one just sneaks up behind him and murders him. If I wanted to check this door, for example. Clever. There's nobody in there unless if they're in the far corner, which is still
Holding.
possible.
Moving.
No one in the bathroom.
Holding. Affirmative. Moving. Got it. Covering.
Cool. This part, this feels pretty fun right now, like having people back each other up while you're inspecting locations. It's pretty neat. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Fortunately, there weren't any enemies in there, or I would have totally been
On
dead.
target.
How can I get this guy to stop doing what he's currently doing? Can't seem to drag him away from it.
Wilco. Man down.
Oh shit.
Roger.
Hey, Kai Mom, how you doing?
On target. Got one.
Good job.
I'll take it. It wasn't great. 2:15 time to beat 35. We're just gonna ignore the time to beat. Hostages must survive or be rescued. Optional, eliminate all terrorists. Oh, that's a cool twist on the design space. You don't even have to kill anybody.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
Although you probably do. Oh, and you have to get them to the rescue zone. Interesting. And then they simplify the level at this point. That's cool.
I'm on it. On target. Hostile inside.
I like the rain effect. That's neat. So reds are hostiles. If there's a little bit of overlap, they should both be affected by it, I assume. Oh, that didn't do what I expected it to do. Shit.
Tango down. Got it. Looks clear.
point men again.
Moving.
It's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it so far. It's a cool concept for a game.
Hostile in sight.
Okay, so we can't let that hostage get shot. But I'm guessing it's okay to flashbang the hostage. Is this one not actually triggering that flashbang? Which oh, because they were previously using the... I see. They were using the spy camera.
Good
Neat.
job. We're done here.
And maybe in a stealthier level, you could escort them out of the stage and get them to that rescue zone. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better, Kai Mom. I heard this round of the flu is really nasty all around the world. Showing these doors who's boss. Hostages must survive or be rescued. Eliminate all terrorists. Optional. That's such a cool... they're complicating it for the next stage. Alright, I get 3 troopers. I can split them how I like. This reminds me of a game called... what is it? It's a board game where you're firefighters and you have to rescue people in a house. It's actually kind of similar to this. It's like a co-op game if anybody's played it before. Let me make sure everybody has this front plate armor. I get them instead. Lockpick machine. Oh, that's clever. So what's the benefit of the taser? Is it very quiet? Imagine the screams of someone getting tased aren't terribly quiet, but... Oh, and they can have, instead of breaching charges, they can get the lockpick machine. I see. Now, armor seems like the correct thing to focus on first. Never use the taser. Sure.
Lock and load. Let's do
Alright,
this.
so let's get everybody to spy on what's going on.
Hostile in sight. Hostile
So we
in
got quite a few hostiles over here and over here. I could head down and get ready to shoot.
covering.
Potentially 2 guys. Try to do that. And you, let's try to do this. Actually, I think the flashbang in that case is kind of useless because in the time it's going to take for him to throw it, this guy's just going to shoot him. So I feel like I should just kick the door. But I was blocking my ally there, I see. So I want to have, if I'm going to use the flashbang, I want somebody else to help me shoot them because the debuff isn't that long, it turns out. Now, will they try to, like, if you alert them, will they try to take the hostages, like use them as human shields or something if you're not careful? Be a cool way to do that.
Covering.
Oh, you just have the regular flu? I thought that was all around the world, right on. They told Andrea that she needed to get... It was really important for her to get a vaccine, even though usually younger people don't need them as much as little kids and
Affirmative. No contact.
the elderly. They said it's super dangerous here right now. But I didn't realize that that was just in the States.
Affirmative.
Nobody in there.
In position.
Keep using the cameras. Oh, and that's probably a hostage. Gotcha. So I guess the way that you accidentally kill hostages is by using, like, frag grenades.
Holding.
It won't show me if my line of sight for firing is potentially going to be blocked, right?
Okay.
Like, I'm just curious if I can shoot along the side here, if it literally just blocks if it's along the size of their character model.
No contact.
Right, isn't that? What is it? The World War Z book says that the best place to go if you're being chased by zombies is like Finland. Go in the Highlands where the zombies just freeze during the winter. It won't show until he's actually trying to shoot. Okay. I guess the nice thing with you can place a door charge and then move away from the door, right? And then blow it up once you're out of the way. I didn't think about using it for that, not just for blowing up people that are at the front of the door.
Moving. No contact. Placing charge.
He wasn't placing it before because I had him on hold.
Ready to blow.
It's clever.
Roger.
They are quite a bit slower now with all my upgrades.
On it. On target. Holding.
Now, where do I go to specify that I want them to blow their door charge, or do I have to actually be next to it? I thought maybe I could do it from a distance, but it doesn't look like that's actually possible. Unfortunately.
Affirmative. Loading. Okay. Loading. Moving. Covering. I got you. Trooper down.
Whoops, well, that sucks.
Tango down.
Good job. We're done.
Somebody died for no reason that time. All that's left are roaches and fins. Hostages must survive or be rescued. Eliminate all terrorists. Okay. I'd like to win one just by finding all of the hostages. That'd be cool. Okay, everybody's got their front plate. Good. Let's try this as is. Be okay with moving aggressively into the fog of war? What do you mean? Like, hoping that my front plate armor will protect me from getting shot?
Lock and load. Let's do this. Hostile inside. Trooper down.
I'll like just like move through the door.
Load. Let's do this.
I didn't realize I could kick the door and keep moving. Makes a pretty big difference. That guy's got couch as cover.
Lock and load. Let's do this. Flash out. Got it. Tango down. Looks clear. I'm hit. Injured. Tango down. Man down.
Okay, I understand. So we want someone to sneak up on that guy instead.
Let's do this.
I didn't realize that you could kick and move at the same time. That makes a pretty big difference on the right way to do it, I think. I thought you had to kick and then pause and then resume their movement, but that makes a lot more sense.
Got it.
So you can have somebody go in like this and try to get to a better location while the other person shoots whoever's there.
Wilco. Looks clear.
Cops are here.
Wilco. Trooper down. No contact. Tango down. Got one. Trooper down.
Okay.
On it.
That's really cool. Making a whole plant hit and go and then not making any adjustments. It's pretty sweet.
Okay. No contact.
I'll have to watch a run of somebody doing that. That sounds really impressive to watch. And that must be possible in every single stage. I didn't realize you could queue actions, so you can tell them to like throw a flashbang and then keep moving after the flashbang throws.
No contact. Okay. Got it. Affirmative.
This seems like a really high quality mobile game too. Like there's very few of those. There's a guy down here.
Affirmative. Straight down. Okay.
I click on their dotted line to be able to queue actions after they've... Okay. I didn't even know that action queuing was a thing. Right on.
On target. Got it. Affirmative.
Cricket patties.
Wilco.
We had
On target. I'm on it.
Gourmet
On it.
grasshoppers recently.
Time to say goodbye.
Ooh.
Good job.
Hey, I didn't kill the hostage. Fantastic. Still had 2 people die. Do it where you set them to. Okay. They just approved crickets as a food item? That's interesting that they didn't have them approved
Lock and
before.
load. Let's do this. Hostage spotted.
Now, why do I have vision in here already? It's weird. Oh, windows are what they're changing here. Oh, enemies probably also have vision through windows, huh? Right on.
Ready to fire.
I've got a sniper in the window there.
Who's there?
Target left view.
Oh, they hear me picking the lock? Interesting. So it's not completely silent, I guess.
Lock and load. Let's do this. Hostage spotted.
So what we want to do is we want the sniper fire to trigger, and then they can bust the doors down.
Time to say goodbye.
Oh, but then they go kill the hostage. Interesting. Yeah, crunchy protein is probably the closest to it. That is an excuse to not eat bugs.
Lock and load. Let's
Yeah,
do
the grasshoppers tasted like the seasoning that was on the grasshoppers. That was about it. Interesting. So this one's actually pretty hard then, turns out.
Door unlocked. Door unlocked.
Alright, so you're saying that after I've done that, I should probably just walk in and go face forward and try to take out anyone that's in the way.
Roger.
Time to say goodbye.
Civilian down.
Man, they kill those civilians fast. Holy shit. It could have just been because they were in the path of fire to my guy there.
Lock and load. Let's do this. Hostage spotted. Ready to fire. Door unlocked. Door unlocked.
Alright. So I think this is a level where we probably really need to use
No tango.
flashbangs so that they're stunned long enough that they don't kill. Now, can I not use a flashbang? Ah, I need to use the breaching charges. I see. Try picking the lock, I guess. I really like the windows with the snipers. That's cool. It gives you vision of everybody because you're presumably in radio contact with each other.
Door unlocked.
If they're not executing, they don't care about line of fire. That makes sense. So I can try to time the sniper shot, since the sniper shot is instant, right? Okay. Send you through,
Wilco.
and then let's go ahead and fire now.
To say goodbye.
Tango down.
Nice.
X-ray down. On target.
Cool.
Roger. Chance. We lost
Ooh,
the mag.
holy shit. Apparently, shotguns are nasty, huh? Alright.
On it.
As they are in real life.
On it.
So I could try to escort that guy to the rescue zone now, just in case, so he doesn't get shot later, but there's still another hostage in here somewhere.
Okay.
So I don't think I want to do that just yet.
Okay.
I didn't know that he had a shotgun.
Hostile in sight. Placing charge. Charge in position. Got one.
Good job. We're done here.
And I didn't blow up a hostage in the meantime. Fantastic. Campaign mode unlocked. So is campaign mode like an actual story or something? Like, what would you call beating this game? Beating all these single player missions or beating all the campaigns? Alright, 2 troopers. Don't play campaign? Really? Why not? just a series of
Let's do
missions.
this. No contact.
I mean, they thought he was the right man for the job. I still think
Hostile in sight.
he is, in a quick period of time, he has taken 30 CEOs and directors to task by not allowing them to serve again on a board
Okay.
or serve in a CEO capacity.
In
of a
position.
company.
Affirmative.
Been in office less than 12 months, I think. We sent him up to the Senate
Hostile in sight.
and was unanimously approved.
Hostile in sight.
About a year ago, and
You
every
burn through guys, I see.
said Harvey Pitt. I mean, that they
Placing charge.
thought he was the right man.
Now, how many? I guess I only have one breaching charge per character, right?
In a quick period of time,
Charge ready. Placing charge.
30 CEOs and directors to task by not allowing them to
Charge
serve
ready.
on a board.
They're here!
Tango down.
Who's there?
Got one. Covering.
He's been in office less than
Okay. Tango down.
I mean, we sent him up to the Senate.
Injured. Trooper down.
Ooh, shot in the back. Not good. Not good.
Lock and load. Let's do this. I'm on.
Unanimously approved.
In position.
Unanimously approved.
Year ago, and every senator said Harvey Pitt.
I'm on it.
I mean, that they thought
Roger.
Who's there?
Man down. On target.
I might need two people if I want to. I think breaching charge is correct on this door up here, so long as there's enemies there. This one I can just kick through, it should be fine. There's still enemies.
Placing charge. Got it.
ago, and every senator said Harvey Pitt. I mean,
Ready to blow. Hostile in sight.
Are little spy cameras like that a real thing? Like,
Tango down. I'm hit. On your mark.
are real SWAT people using them every day?
Tango down.
Because I also wonder to what extent this, like, movie SWAT thing is how people actually do stuff in the real world.
Man down.
They are.
Mission
That's cool.
failed.
Fission mailed. This is a pretty tough stage.
Lock and load. Let's do this. Okay. Placing charge. Roger. Charge ready.
They're here! Did you hear that?
X-ray down. Covering.
I think I need to use the corners a little bit better.
Tango down.
quick period of time,
X-ray down.
30 CEOs.
Like, I can use their tactics against them. Make a big noise. Shoot them when they're not facing me, right?
Less than 12 months, I think. I mean, we sent him up to the Senate
Got it.
and was unanimously approved.
Affirmative. I got hit. On your mark. On it. Tango down.
Alright.
We're done here.
Flanking hype. Cool. I don't think we'll be able to do the next stage in a minute, so that's about time. Thanks, this name. This game's really cool. I might pick it up for iOS and play with it a little bit more sometime. Be a nice one to have on my phone just for dorking around and try to get good at it. We'll be back in a little bit with Deus Ex Human Revolution. See you guys soon.